Well, all right, welcome back for another beer experience. I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer, and what do we have for today's beer experience? Well, we're going on a virtual brewery visit. Well, why virtual? Because to really go there takes time and money. And where are we going for today's experience? We're going to Portland, Oregon, and we're going to try a Brut IPA. And as I said, we're going to Portland, Oregon today, so we have to get ourselves to Portland, Oregon, Powell Boulevard, where Hopworks Urban Brewery is located. So let's go. And here we are, Hopworks Urban Brewery. We're on Powell Boulevard in Portland, Oregon, transported here thanks to our friends at Google Maps. They have a location north of here, which is called the Bike Bar, which is another location that's on a bike path or in an area that's really popular with bikes. The location here is where they do their brewing. Started in 2008 by Christian Ettinger. The company is very energy, environmental conscious. They're all about sustainability. They're one of the only, or if not the only, salmon safe certified brewery. They're organic, so they work with their farmers probably very closely to make sure the farming practices are really safe for the streams and rivers near there. They're all about their carbon footprint, so really conscious about that. That's their thing. So this location is where they do their brewing. We're going to go inside and we're going to check out one of their beers. Again, it's a Hopworks Urban Brewing. Let's go inside and try a beer for this beer experience. Let's go. Come on. So thanks again for tagging along on this virtual brewery tour. So here we are at the Hopworks Urban Brewery in Portland, Oregon, and we're about to try their Bubble Trouble. It's a Brut IPA. So they describe this as the Prosecco of Beer, Prosecco being an Italian white wine, inspired by a tall flute of champagne. So bubbly, effervescent. The Brut, as it pertains to champagne, is usually a dryness. So I'm guessing a bubbly, dry IPA. So it's the Hopworks 2018 Bubble Trouble India Pale Ale. This was canned on looks like 7/21/2018. The can just has their logo at the top. It says Bubble Trouble. I don't know if the background, it's some kind of like orange parchment watercolor label. The rest of the can is just plain aluminum. So it's a Brut IPA, India Pale Ale from Hopworks Urban Brewery. So let's get this in the glass and see what today's beer experience is all about. Really clear. So it's funny, there's not a lot of bubbles, but the bubbles are very, very pronounced. So they talk about it being a very bubbly, effervescent beer. Interesting. A finger, a very white, fluffy head. And really clear. I can completely see through this. This is like lager clear. Let's see what it smells like. Hey, be quiet back there. I'm on the video. Thanks. Ooh, it's sweet. It's a little sweet, but I get that smell that I get a lot, and I'm not sure why. Like almost like a vegetable, like a cooked vegetable. So interesting, because you wouldn't think to get that from, thinking about champagne or Italian white wine. I would expect to get something far sweeter smell, but this is a slightly sweet, but with that like off vegetable nose, whatever that means. I don't know. That's what I get. All right, let's give it a try. I get a hop grassy profile from whatever hops give you that grassy flavor. So maybe the smell is more grass than vegetable, but something, you know, green. And the flavor is very dry. So as the Brut label said, I would say more dry than bitter, a little bit of bitter. So, but it's definitely grassy, a grassy flavor. Absolutely, and it's so far nothing lingers. There's no bitter linger aftertaste. It's fairly smooth. It's still the carbonation's still going, so it's definitely carbonated with a grassy hop flavor. Tiny bit of bitter, very dry. It definitely leaves a dry sensation in your mouth. And it stays that way. It cleans up pretty well. Doesn't leave much behind. You know, it's light bodied. It's pretty refreshing. I don't know what the ABV on this was. It's 6% ABV. This is really good. It's a light, dry, I guess fairly well carbonated, grassy IPA. That would be how I describe it. Hopworks Bubble Trouble Brut IPA. Yeah, and the nose isn't strong. It's a subtle nose, and it was like a vegetable green something. So maybe grass. So that's what I'm going to go with. It's a grass nose, grass flavor, a little bit of bitterness, bubbly, as they describe, carbonated, easy to drink, fairly light body, cleans up well, and that's what we got for today's beer experience. So I'm going to definitely finish this guy off. Really like this one. Well, I'm going to enjoy my drink here at the Hopworks. Thanks for tagging along on this virtual brewery visit. Thought this would be a little more fun than just drinking this in my kitchen. And so we're up here in Portland, Oregon. I'm thinking maybe I'll virtually hop my way back to Florida and strategically hit some breweries between here and there, kind of cutting across the whole country. So if you have some breweries between Portland, Oregon and Florida that you think I should virtually visit, or you want to virtually visit with me, leave them in the comments. So that's it for today's virtual brewery visit, and I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer, and until the next time, cheers.